Hello and welcome to the 25th Vermont Grazing and Livestock Conference. I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. I would like to thank the National Grazing Lands Coalition, Food Animal Concerns Trust, Morrison's Custom Feeds, Rural Vermont, and the Vermont Agency of Agriculture, Food and Markets. I would also like to thank our partners. I would like to thank the United States Department of Agriculture, National Institute of Food and Agriculture, and the National Resources Conservation Service. I would also like to thank Cedar Tree Foundation and the Forrest C. and Francis H. Latner Foundation. Thank you for joining us for the 25th Grazing and Livestock Conference. The conference is brought to you by the University of Vermont Extension Center for Sustainable Agriculture and the Vermont Grass Farmers Association. Enjoy the content. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 25th Vermont Grazing and Livestock Conference. Clearly, there'll be a few glitches here, but thank you for attending. I am welcoming you to the Farm Management Team's Opportunity webinar. And I'd like to introduce and just turn it over to Jake Jacobs. Jake is the Educational Coordinator for the UVM Agricultural Risk Management and Crop Insurance Education. So Jake is going to share her screen and start her presentation. Go ahead, Jake, take it away. Oh, you're also muted. Here we go, unmute you.
Great, thanks everybody for coming out this morning and helping us launch this way. It is definitely an opportunity. We're not used to this I'm not used to this platform, but hopefully all will go well. And Megan has generously allowed me just half hour, so I'm going to talk fast and hopefully answer all your questions. I work with the UVM program for agricultural risk management and crop insurance education. And this particular program that we're going to be talking about this morning is about farm management teams. And this is a management program available for farmers. And I'll give you a little basic information on it, and then we'll wrap up with you knowing how to get more information and apply if you're interested. As I say, I work for UVM in this Ag Risk program. I will be providing the web links at the end, so you can check out the website and have access to the online application if that interests you. I also work on some of this outreach with a colleague at UVM, Josh Taylor, who's also on this call. And we'll do our best to make sure you know what's available. So what is a farm management team? It's basically a group of advisors, and they work with the producer, who's the main driver of this whole operation. And they deal with farm management issues. They may explore business planning, and they're going to focus on any particular problems that the producer brings to light. And what they do is, by setting priorities and recommending action, the collective input from all of the team advisors gives a broader perspective and also can provide advice to help the producer set their priorities and make whatever changes are applicable in their operation. Producers do select their own team members, and you probably are already working with various advisors and professionals who come to your farm. You may already be engaged with certain consultants or vendors, and some of those may actually be people that you want to include on your team. For gaps that you're not sure who to contact, that's one of our tasks at UVM. We'll help you find the people who would be a good match for your needs, and then we add them to the team. Sometimes you'll have a particular issue, maybe a particular problem you're trying to solve or a project you want to do. and you'll require an additional outside person who can come in and provide advice or technical assistance. And we provide for that as well. If that's a person that needs to come on a temporary basis, we'll make sure that that happens as well. And each team is assigned a facilitator, and that's the person who will not show up at your farm wearing a tuxedo. So I'll reassure you about that. And that's the person who basically makes sure that the team meetings are running as they need to be. They'll take notes and share those with everybody on the team. They may help with assigning tasks that come up as priorities are set from the group. And they'll also follow up and monitor whatever progress is being made on the activities that the team decides need to happen. Team meetings are typically set up on some kind of a regular schedule. And for most of the teams that are meeting, they usually meet quarterly. And meetings run normally about an hour to an hour and a half. The producer and the facilitator will connect ahead of time and prepare an agenda, and that's shared with all the team members. There's a structured format so that you can make sure all the issues that are priorities are covered. And it's a focused, productive discussion. It's not just a social gathering. We really try to keep focused on the tasks at hand. The facilitator will take notes, and then shortly after the meeting, within a day or so, we'll make sure that everybody gets copies of those notes. And the facilitator will also follow up to just monitor progress. If they're assigned tasks, they'll make sure that the actions that are supposed to happen are in fact going forward. So who are the producers and the enterprises that can benefit from a farm management team? If you are already receiving recommendations and advice from outside sources, or are at least willing to do so, you may have crop advisors or veterinarians or other consultants that you work with. So you may be receptive to that. If you're focused on trying to implement some of the best agricultural practices, we want to bring in all those perspectives and get you the advice that you need to do that. If you're looking to improve productivity on your farm, maybe efficiency of practices, certainly an impact on profitability, and the priorities of soil and water quality and conservation, all of those can enter into the particular farm management team planning. I will say that previous programs that have operated in Vermont and other states on farm management and dairy management teams, there have been notable and definitely measurable increases in farm profitability. And if you're a producer who could benefit from learning about outside programs and maybe need some help sorting through some of those options, like financial management, if you're looking to get some grants or loans or do some other budgeting, if you're looking to institute some conservation practices, if you're seeking some outside funding sources, or if you're looking for information on disaster assistance, crop insurance, and other federal programs, all of those pieces can be contributed to your farm team. Now, this is especially useful for farms if you're considering certain changes, like an expansion of your operation, any kind of infrastructure changes or improvements. If you're looking to diversify, certainly farms who are looking at transition or succession plans can benefit from the input of a farm management team. And if you're looking just to take a more comprehensive approach to managing your farm enterprise, if you're working with different consultants and advisors now, and it comes across in a scattered way because you're meeting with them individually, think of the advantage of having them all come together at one time. So that's really the point of having the team meeting on a periodic basis. If you were to go to the UVM AgRisk website, and this is what the opening page looks like, at the top is the address. And I'll leave that up for a moment so you can jot that down. There's a lot of information on the site. including a button that will take you to some farmer profiles who are talking about their efforts for managing risk on their farms. But this is what the opening page looks like. And if you just scroll down the page just a little bit, you'll see the top entry in the resource section is Farm Management Team Program, circled here in red on the left. If you click on that, you'll get a drop-down menu that includes some information, and it also will give you access to the online application. So, oh, I can see there are a lot of questions. I'll throw this back out to the group. I think Josh has been monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer those at this time. I'm going to just move past this before we start that because I want to stop screen sharing. But at the very end, there is an a place where you can click onto a poll. It's just 4 quick questions. You're going to mark the stars that are listed there. And I'm going to appreciate if you will do that. I think that there are some polls for other workshops that you're participating in as well. And Megan may be able to answer questions if there are any concerns about that. Here again is the website. And at the very bottom is my email address. In this time of pandemic and remote work for so many people, that's probably the best way to reach me. If you shoot me an email, I will do my best to get back to you on a timely basis, and then we can connect by, either Zoom or phone or whatever works for you. But that's usually the best way to reach me. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and see if there are any questions. Josh, do we have any questions?
We've got a couple questions. One question is, how long will I get to work with my farm management team?
Okay, it's a great question. Again, the farmer has primary control of that. If you start with a farm management team for a particular project and the farmer decides, okay, well, we got through that, we did the planning, we executed it, it's up and running, I don't feel that I have a need for that anymore, then we'll dissolve the team. If the producer says, hey, this is working, I like it, I like the group, I want to keep going with this and touch in periodically, then we'll just keep it going.
Great. So it's basically as long as the farmer or producer needs the farm management team.
Correct.
Great. And second question, Jake, is there compensation available to members of my farm management team?
Typically and historically, we have not provided any compensation for the team members. In some cases, we'll help to pick up some of the expenses that they may incur as part of their effort for the team. But these are advisors who are typically doing this kind of consultation work as part of their regular employment. We just happen to be setting up the times when they're meeting with this producer.
Great. And I replied to a couple questions in the chat already, but for those of you that maybe aren't able to see the chat, one question was, how many trained facilitators are available for this work? Are they UVM employees? And my response to that question was, there's 2 of us. Hi, I'm Josh and Jake here. And we are both trained facilitators, and we are both employees through UVM Extension and Community Development and Applied Economics.
And just to add to that, there are a few other people in the community who are not affiliated with UVM, who are trained facilitators, but we haven't tapped into them. There are additional facilitators available if necessary. So far, Josh and I just scramble as fast as we can and we keep up with them. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Josh.
And there's another question that I also answered in the chat already. Will this service be available in all parts of the state? And I replied that it is already available throughout Vermont.
It is. And I know that there was a question about other state programs that may have this available. At the moment, the funding that supports this program is for Vermont producers. But if there was an interest from someone in another state, we do work collaboratively with risk management partners in all of the New England states, and we might be able to get something set up. It would just be a matter of training some facilitators and extending some of the parameters of the program. It's not set up at this time, but if you live outside of Vermont and you're interested, let me know, because we might be able to facilitate setting that up.
So then if you're out of Vermont, then get in touch with Jake by email.
Yep, that would be the best way.
Great. And we've got another new question that just came in. This is a great question. What if we have more than one issue with which we could use some help?
Oh, wait a minute. On a farm, your problems come at you one at a time, right? Yeah, we wish, right? Not a problem. The only thing that we would be doing is maybe triaging with myself or the facilitator and the farm manager to make sure that we're hitting the priority topics first. You may have a particular topic that doesn't require everybody on your team. So, that's absolutely fine. You can handle as many problems as you want with your team or with only certain members of the team. And that's one of the reasons you set up every meeting with a facilitator ahead of time, because you don't want to waste someone's time. If you're discussing a specific topic and it doesn't require everybody's attendance, don't waste their time. We'll just set up a meeting for that particular focus. So sure, you can handle as many problems through your team as you want input.
And I would add to that, Jake, I think one really great strength of the farm management team's program is that we work with you as producers and the community of experts that we all have access to. And so we have a lot of different knowledges and experience. And so I think we're really well positioned to tackle complex problems that are more than one issue.
And I think part of the task of administering these farm management teams is knowing who we can contact for the additional help. It's so much of it is about networking. So we'll find the people with the expertise that you need.
We've got another really great question. Do you help other farmers than dairy?
Absolutely. And that's why the program that was in Vermont prior to this, that ended about 8 years ago, was for dairy farmers only. But the farm management team program is for any producers. So whatever kind of farm operation you have, you certainly would be able to take advantage of the farm management team.
And just a logistical question. I think at least one person can't see the answers to some of the Q&A questions, and that's actually not in the chat box. It's actually in a separate section that's labeled Q&A in the sort of top right corner of the window next to polls and chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for those of you who are viewing this through Whova, we prefer that you use the Q&A tab in Whova for your questions, and then the chat if you want to talk or share wisdom, or if there's links to be shared, that will be in that chat, and you can see those 4 tabs over the top. There are a few of you who are in Zoom. Some of those are government employees, and they can only talk to us in a different format, so they can't see those questions out in Whova, just so everybody knows what's going on. But most of the participants are in Whova, and we'd like you to use the Q&A feature in Whova, which is on your left-hand corner, for posting questions. So we've got about 8 minutes left. Do you have a few more questions, Josh, or are there anybody else have a few more questions? If you do have questions, type them into the Whova Q&A.
I
Yeah.
also just want to mention that there is no cost for this program to the producer. And we take applications on a first come, first served basis. So if you are interested, even if you're not sure, please feel free to apply. And then we can have a conversation about what your specific needs are. After we talk about it, you may decide that you don't want to pursue it, and that's fine. But don't hesitate contacting us to see if it's something that would work on an ongoing basis or even for short term on your particular enterprise.
We've got another question that just came in. Do you set up the video conference as well as assembling the teams?
Yes. And that's one of the decisions that Josh or I would make with the producer. What's the best format? We would love to be able to visit at your farm or connect somewhere at one of the local extension offices. But for the time being, we're not able to do that. So our meetings are done on a remote basis. We might set up a one-on-one with myself or Josh on your farm. We would have to bring bullhorns and masks and talk across a large field or something. But yes, we do set it up in either Zoom or MS Teams or one of the other platforms that's available. And we can do it by phone if that's preferred.
And we've got another question. Do you have case histories or examples of how this approach is beneficial?
Because of confidentiality, which is very high on the list for everybody who participates, I can't give you specifics, but I can tell you, I'll give you an example of a dairy farm who has been engaged for quite a long period of time that includes, their team includes financial advisors, it includes a loan officer, it includes a veterinarian, it includes a nutritionist and feed representative. And this group meets roughly quarterly. And over the years that they have been doing this program, they have really confronted a series of problems, including some herd health issues. And by being in the meeting together, some decisions were made about nutrition program changes that complemented the veterinary approach to the problem. And they had the financial people there who also gave input because they were changing what they needed to do for some feed storage. So there were some infrastructure issues that went with it. And that would have taken an awful long time to meet with everybody separately to try and get the input and then assimilate that. It was done in one meeting. They came up with a plan, and within 1 month, all of the changes were implemented, and basically on the following month's herd health check, the problem was resolved. So I mean, that's just one example. Does that help? And I would be more than happy to talk with you about, specific cases if you want to have a chat at some point.
And there's a follow-up question to that, Jake. Could you tell us more about transition planning, please?
Boy, hot topic. Most folks know now that the average age of farmers in our nation is about 59 years old. An age when some of us would be liking to think about retiring or at least cutting back a little bit. So succession planning and transitions of the farms is a very high priority topic. There are a number of resources available to you. So if somebody is interested in having farm management team support around transition planning, they don't have to have other operational advisors. Their whole team can be just on transition planning. And we have a number of resources, people who can help with your actual planning, the steps you have to take before you're going to talk to an attorney. And we have some attorney services available to help with some of that. Again, it's on a case-by-case basis, and I would be happy to talk with you about that. Shoot me an email and we can connect by phone, and I would be happy to talk you through who is available to you.
They can even visit you at your booth. your virtual.
Well, there you
booth.
go.
There you go.
I'm
You
not
can,
used to that.
Yeah.
Megan has done, I have to tell you all, Megan has done this incredible job. Talk about multitasking on all these platforms for speakers and presentations and the trade booth.
Don't jinx me. Don't jinx me. We got the whole conference to go. Okay, so I do want to
use it, right?
there are more questions in the Hoover Q&A that haven't gotten answered. And so Josh will take a stab at answering some of those, if that's okay, Josh. And we can also get them to Jake. So those won't go away. If you've asked a question and it hasn't been answered in the Q&A, we will get Jake and Josh's wisdom in there and get them access to those questions and get those answered for you. You are welcome to stay here and chat in the chat box or the Hoover chat box, not the Zoom chat box, because we're going to shut this Zoom down and we're going to move to the next session. So at 11 o'clock, we have easing the pinch points of the slaughter sector.